So here I am again at CCW 2019. I'm at the very busy Avaya stand, joined by Gregg, Widdowson and Yaser as well. Thank you for joining me, guys.
Thanks, great to be here.
Thanks for having us.
No problem at all. I wanted to have a chat with you about a few things. Firstly, the stand's really busy. How important is an event like CCW within the EMEA? Obviously, it's a big part of the market for Avaya. Greg, I don't know if you want to go first.
Yeah, I mein certainly in the German market, CCW is the event to be at from a customer experience contact centre perspective. So yeah, we always make sure we make a big effort for this show. It's the biggest show in Germany and probably one of the biggest shows in Europe. Yeah, we always want to be here. We want to be seen to be here and show the best products and solutions we have available.
And yes, as Greg was saying, it is one of the biggest contact centre events in Europe, and you've got a great stand here, very prominent location. It's important to be seen at these events, isn't it?
Definitely, to Greg's point, this is the leading and the largest events, not maybe in Germany, but in the entire region, and it's important for us to be here. We make sure that we are here every year to meet with our team, our customers, our partners. It's an opportunity for us to showcase the latest innovation, the second-to-none solution that we bring to the market.
And Greg, what are your main focuses for the event? What have you been hearing from your customers that are visiting the stand? What are people most interested in this year?
Well, it's all about being able to provide that signature customer experience. So whether that be in the smaller mid-market area or up into the enterprise segment, we've got solutions that cover all of that. So it's not just about voice. It's also about all the different channels. We've got demonstrations here around social networking for chatbots. We've got a whole entire customer journey showcase as well, which shows not only our own solutions but how we're working with technology partners as well to provide the actual solutions that our customers want.
And yes, so that's an important point, isn't it? That integration with third parties and the interoperability of the solutions allows you to cater for an entire customer stack, doesn't it?
Yes, definitely. If you tour the stand, you will find that it's fully loaded with ideas, with inspiring ideas about how to enhance customer experience. And these solutions, these use cases are built on top of our core solutions with some cool integration with ecosystem. For example, if you take the customer journey solutions, you will find that it starts by integrating with personal assistants. In this case, we are integrating with Alexa, where end user, customer can interact with Alexa from their home, from their office, and go through a voice interaction menu so they can talk to their banks, and if needed, that call can be escalated to a human agent. So you will see actually three key principles, three themes across all the solutions. Number one, how can we blend human with digital? Because today digital alone is not enough. How can we bring the experience? How can agent assist digital at the right time, in the right way? Second, how can we automate workflows? How can we embed communication in processes? So today you cannot have a consistent static experience. You have to personalize the workflows, the interactions, and make it dynamic up to your customer satisfaction. And third, we are integrating the front office with the back office. So customer experience is not about how fast you can place an order to, for example, to a retailer like, let's say, Amazon. It's about the end-to-end, placing the order and delivering the order at home. So the front office and back office, they need to work hand to hand.
Yeah, and just moving on from what both of you are saying, the role of the traditional contact centre has changed, hasn't it? You might have thought traditionally about contact centre and customer service in terms of a call centre, and you were talking about some of your integration with Alexa. Customers are wanting to communicate with businesses in a variety of different ways, and at Avaya you're very keen to enable businesses to offer that.
Yeah, communication is the core of any business. So when consumers interact with an organisation, we need to be able to provide them with any means of communication, the ones that they feel comfortable with, or the ones which are perfect for that moment in time for what they're trying to do. And as Yaser said, it's not just about the contact centre. That used to be the focus of customer service, but now it's about the whole organisation. And it's being able to put the customer to the right resource in the organisation, regardless of whether that's in the contact centre or whether maybe that's in the back office somewhere, depending on exactly the information that we know, the context that we know about the query the customer has.
And I suppose that's a huge advantage that you at Avaya have, don't you, in terms of you're not just providing one aspect, say, in the contact centre. You handle a business's internal communications as well. So it's much more straightforward for you guys to integrate, as Gregg was saying and you were saying before, throughout a holistic approach to customer service, where it's not just being dealt with by agents at the front end, getting it to the right people at the right time.
Let me give you one example. So if you tour the stand, you will have one of the unique solutions that we introduced earlier this year. We call it social network of bots. So the idea of social network of bots is very simple. Let me first explain what is the problem. Today, there are hundreds, but even maybe thousands of bots in the market. And most of these bots are designed, created, trained to address a specific business issue. So if you're a bank, your bots will be able to address financial services inquiries. If you are a travel agent, the bots will be able to handle travel-related inquiries, and that's it. Now, what we do with this solution, we enable these bots to become friends. Okay? So we are creating a social network of bots. So bot A can be a friend for bot B, so they can interact with each other. They can learn from each other. So, for example, if I'm talking to my financial services bot and I want, for example, to ask about what is the best offer in airline offer to Berlin. So the financial services bot will not know that. So what he will do, he will interact with a travel agent bot who has the expertise to provide this information. So each bot will focus on his domain, but they can interact and they can learn from each other.
So they can pool that knowledge from different areas to make the response relevant for the customer.
And most important, this solution is integrated with Avaya Core, Omnichannel, Oceana. So if the bot needs help from agents, he or she it can escalate the chat to a live agent.
I suppose that continues the theme that we've been talking about for this whole conversation, isn't it? It's about being able to take that holistic, and I know I've used that word about 3 times already, but whether it's within people, talking to people, but in this case technology, utilising other aspects of technology is very important.
Yes, yeah, and as we said, it's about blending that together. It's the technology, the self-service technology like a chatbot, but also blending that with human interaction as well, so that you can provide that seamless experience that the customer's looking for. They're not having to stop and start and try and start the conversation again. It can seamlessly hand off to whoever it needs, whether that be in the front office or the back office, to continue the conversation. And that's what consumers are looking for. They want ease of doing business, an easy transaction. They don't want to have to start, stop, try and find the best way to contact you as an organisation. It's about making it simple for them. And blending both artificial intelligence and self-service and human assisted gives the best experience, because no botnet has all the answers. Even with a social network, there's always going to be times when it needs to hand over to a human to complete that interaction.
Yeah, and I suppose in the same vein, no human always has the answer. So as a human being able to pool on the knowledge of bots that work across multiple departments, it's another stage of that. We're not replacing agents, but we're enhancing them and equipping them with more tools.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the most exciting things I see now with artificial intelligence is how do we actually augment the agent and the agent's workspace. It's about providing them with all the information they need in one place, so a workspace that provides them with that, provides them with the right knowledge to answer the query, but then add in some artificial intelligence, some information from a bot or from an AI engine which can guide the agent to give the best answer to the customer. That's really the exciting area for me with artificial intelligence. And as you say, it's not about replacing the agents, it's about helping the agents give the best service to the customer.
And I suppose that's the end goal for Avaya, isn't it? Enabling your customers to provide their end customers with the best possible experience, best possible customer journey.
Yeah, so when we talk about AI as an example, businesses or enterprises, they don't buy AI for the sake of AI. So we talked about Alexa, so this is AI in the front, right? So customer interact with their natural voice with Alexa from
Equipment they're already using.
They are using from phone, from any personal assistant. To Gregg's point, each agent, so you will see some of the use cases here where we are using real-time transcription and translation to augment agents. So today, agents, you don't need to staff call center with multiple languages. So your customer can speak French, the agent speak German, so the software will take care of the translation.
That's a feature I could have really used during this trip to Berlin, but unfortunately I didn't have that available to me.
Yeah, so this is one example, real-time transcription and translation. And this augments agents, enable them. It reduces the training time, right? So it improves the staffing. You don't need to have many agents just for sake of language. And also it will enable us to provide triggers to knowledge management system. So if I know why the customer is calling, before even while the call is going, I can link to CRM systems, to knowledge management system, pop up the data at the right time in front of the agent, or do what we call best next action to the agent. So agent is empowered, is trained, he has access to information. And moreover, we have solutions that enable also back office to do things like how can we leverage speech analytics to transcript, score, and rate calls. So we call it automated quality management. So in the old days, call center, they used to listen to 2%, 3% of the calls and do the evaluation, the performance management for their staff. Today, 100% evaluation can be done by the system. So this saves time, cost, and of course, it will uncover any hidden issues. It will help you as a call center manager to improve your customer experience.
Well, it's fascinating, but firstly to talk to you both, but also to see some of the solutions and innovations that you've been working on the stand. So both Gregg and Yaser, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. Thank you.